I'm Scott Higginbotham, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the CareNet 2020 banquet. I'm sorry that I won't be able to be with you tonight. I have to be out of town and will not be able to attend the festivities. I wanted to speak with you just a moment about why CareNet is so important to me and why it should also be important to you. So CareNet is important because of the challenges that the county and our citizens face with unplanned and teenage pregnancies and pregnancies where there is an absentee father or a father who is unwilling to participate. In my work especially, I see a large number of assault victims. I see a large number of unhealthy relationships, a large number of substance abuse influences on relationships. And if you think about it, what you don't see every day, I do see every day. And it's a tragedy. And if you think about the work that CareNet does, the lives that it provides security for, and the help that it provides, it is an intergenerational assistance. Because if one young mother or if one underprivileged mother or one non-English speaking mother is allowed to fail, then the entire family fails. And what CareNet is here for is to provide the CareNet so that the mother can succeed and the children can succeed, to provide the mother with family counseling, with skills, with resources to make her family work and break out of the cycle of having to work and leave the kids at home without any supervision and rely on an unsupportive spouse, paramour, or partner, or to return to an abusive relationship. What CareNet does is it provides healthy, faith-based, encouraging resources for mothers who are at the most vulnerable time in their life. And they need help most, they need Christ most, and they need Moore County most. And so that's why I'm supporting CareNet and why I ask you to support CareNet tonight as well. Because every young mother that we help raise a healthy family through CareNet. The other things that I wanted to make sure that you understood is the incidence of single-parent families as they relate to the criminal justice system. Fully 90% of the Child Protective Services cases that exist in Moore County are in front of the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services because of some kind of a substance abuse or addiction. The only reason that they're in front of the Department of Family and Protective Services is because there are young children. CareNet is a resource that can be brought to bear for those families in Moore County. They don't have to travel anywhere to find those resources. The resources are provided for them here in Moore County. And additionally, I would like to add this. Raise your hand if you believe that teenage pregnancy is going to decrease between 2020 and 2030. Raise your hand if you believe that substance abuse, as it contributes to family violence, is going to decrease between 2020 and 2030. Raise your hand if you believe that alcohol abuse, as it contributes to family abuse and spousal abuse and child abuse, is going to decrease between 2020 and 2030. My point is that everything that CareNet does, everything that CareNet is built for, is going to be a needed resource more in 10 years than it is now. And so CareNet will need to have resources, facilities, staff, faculties, and physical plant in order to meet the needs that are coming. So while you're sitting here tonight, I want you to think, are the clients or the customers of CareNet going to decrease in Moore County between now and 2030, or are they going to increase? And I want you to think about that very carefully before you go home tonight. Thank you very much.
I'm Carlin Corbin. I'm a licensed professional counseling intern, and I work with CareNet. So the summary of our mission is quite apparent: to provide support for pregnant women during and after their unplanned pregnancy. But the real world is not that simple. We live in a rural area with limited social supports and high rates of poverty. Individuals who are struggling and need help rarely are limited to just one area or one domain where they need support. So, for example, a 17-year-old boy who recently graduated from the alternative high school, who's fathering a child, who plans to apply for work at JBS but doesn't have a driver's license yet, or way to get to work. Maybe he recently started using marijuana heavily in order to forget sexual abuse that happened between ages 6 and 9, and he would really prefer to be viewed as a drug abuser rather than a sexual abuse victim. He does need diapers, and he does need classes on infant safety, but he also needs more. A 35-year-old mother with 6 kids who is not sure how she's going to make rent that month, but really wants to finally leave her physically violent partner, and she's convinced that this is the time she can do it, but she also is worried that she has breast cancer, right? She needs support, but she also needs more. And these situations are not necessarily going to be fixed, right, by the resources or kind of the support. And that's not our job, though. That's not why we're in this ministry. We're here to point them ultimately to the one who can fix their problems for them, and to be that source of encouragement along the way. So our services include like facilitating coat drives, school supplies, hosting junior high peer groups for girls, providing substance abuse counseling for high schoolers, transitional support services for high schoolers. Each client we serve is connected to a broader network. And when you kind of think of that holistic model of not just meeting physical needs, but also providing the emotional, mental, and spiritual support services which is intended to kind of reach that overarching goal of improving the lives of the members of our community. While we remain faithful to target the specific areas where we are ethically and morally committed, if we have the means and we are presented with the need, we will meet it. And we have as our example in this Christ, because sometimes he provided food for the hungry, sometimes he healed the sick, sometimes he washed feet, and sometimes he simply walked along the road with the people that needed it. We are here to advocate for the rights of the unborn and to also serve the community in which God has placed us. We're so grateful that you're participating with us in this endeavor.
Well, my name is Michelle. I'm a 20-year-old girl. I'm so thankful to meet CareNet. I found out that I was pregnant. At the moment, I didn't know what to do. My first thought was abortion, even that I have always been against them. The day I went crazy, I was like, what I'm gonna do? My point was, I'm just gonna go to the hospital and see what they tell me. I didn't really knew what I was gonna do or what I was doing. But something in my heart, I was like, I heard something about CareNet. I'm like, I'm gonna go there. I didn't really knew what was this place. But thankfully, God brought me here where I met an amazing person that I talked to her, and she made me realize what was great for me to having my baby and not to abort it. For me, that person is like my best friend. That day, I remember I just came and I was like, I don't remember who was the first person that I saw, but she was like, you need help? Like, yes, I just need someone to talk. Then I start telling her my story, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna take you to someone else. And that's where I met Monica, who I started talking to her. She was like a mom to me that day. She took me to the doctor. She did everything for me to have an appointment. I'm thankful for Dr. Jester for helping me too, because that's whenever I saw my baby for the first time. And once I saw it, I was like, no, I cannot abort my baby. I can't. My first step for aborting my baby was, I don't want to disappoint my mom. I don't want to be a single mom. For me always was finish college, make my family proud, and then get married the right way and everything. But God changed my plan, and I really believe this is a miracle due to before I found out I was pregnant, but I was already pregnant, I did too many things that I could lost my baby. But now I have it here, and if I lost it, I wouldn't know what to do. But if y'all girls have that thought and y'all don't know what to do, I recommend to come to CareNet, because here they will help you. They will do everything to make you understand what's good, make you decide what to do. And so far, it's been to me like a house. I have talked to a lot of people. They have helped me. They've been giving me classes of how to deal with my pregnancy, do that. A lot of people turn their back on me, and here I just feel safe here. I just feel I can be me. I can talk to them and do everything to be good with my baby.